Hey everybody, and welcome to another review on my channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at a set called Up the Chimney Grinch. This is an officially licensed product made by the company Brickcraft. This set comes with a total of 504 pieces and is recommended for ages 8 and up. And we're going to start by taking a look at the head design for the Grinch. And while not perfect, I do feel like it is a fairly decent build. My favorite part about the design here is the depth that is included in the Grinch's face. You can see that the eyes are sunken in a bit, and I think it's a really good detail and just adds to the overall aesthetic of the build in a positive way. This set doesn't come with any stickers, so the eyes on the Grinch are prints, which is a nice detail. One of the parts that I don't like about this build is the dark green that is near the Grinch's cheeks. It just looks a little out of place, and I think it would have looked better as lime green. I do think that the Santa hat on top of the Grinch's head has a relatively strong design. There are a couple of hinges here, so you are able to move the hat around and put it in different poses. And while this is a nice inclusion, I'm not really sure the purpose of it, as I feel like if you have it displayed any other way than it's supposed to be, it can look a little weird and awkward. But I suppose it is a nice inclusion, I guess. Taking a look at the Grinch as a whole, you can see that he is holding a brick-built present. I do like the overall look and design of this part of the build, and I think its design is implemented well. And like I said earlier, while I do think the design of the Grinch is done relatively well, if we take the build and start to spin it to the side, you can see that the Grinch's proportions are a little awkward looking. For example, I feel like his neck is just a little too long, and I do feel like his overall body shape and design could have been implemented just a little bit better. But I will say having the present in front of the Grinch definitely helps with this design flaw, as you're typically not going to be looking at the build from this side anyway. The right arm of the Grinch does have a little bit of range of motion, you can raise it up. You have to be very careful though with the way you pose this build, because if you don't raise it up just high enough, you can see that it is going to slowly start to lower down due to the weight of the arm. It's not impossible to raise this arm all the way up and keep it in place, but it is a little bit of a minor inconvenience that it may take you a couple tries to get it just right. The wrist and fingers of the Grinch also have a little bit of articulation in them. This posability is nice as it helps get the Grinch in the position he needs to be in for displayability. Another thing that I think is worth noting is the right arm of the Grinch is the only one that can raise up and down, as the left arm is completely stationary but the hand is able to move. The last part of this build that I want to highlight is the chimney, which I think is a pretty strong design and makes for an excellent base for this build. I love how the bottom of it is white to complement the snow that is found on top. This set retails for $30 on the Brickcraft website, and for a set with over 500 pieces, I don't necessarily think it's horrible, but I personally would have liked to have seen this set be around $25. But it does make for a good holiday build, and thank you so much for watching, and be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more brick built reviews.